Smokies. Here we go. So today is our first day in the Smoky Mountains. We're doing 11 miles to Molly Ridge Shelter, I think that's what it's called, and then stopping there for the evening. The Smokies are a whole new ballgame, not gonna lie. Kind of a little nervous because I've never done this bit. Everything else up until now I've already done, but now this is new terrain, so that's a little bit of anxiety. There's also a lot of like stress and fear surrounding the Smokies generally in like the through hiking community, so that's a little nerve-wracking. There's also a pretty big storm coming through tomorrow, so that's also a little nerve-wracking, but it'll all be fine and dandy. Just a lot of climbing. Basically today is 11 miles of going uphill. You don't stop going uphill really until you hit the ridge line, and then there's just up and down, but you're still mostly climbing for the first 40 miles or so of the Smokies. So lots of uphill, lots of climbing, lots of me struggling to breathe. Today's gonna be a hard day. Well, a real turn of events. I'm being swarmed by gnats constantly, as you possibly maybe can see them flying around, and it's driving me absolutely insane. So I've now wrapped my bandana around my hat, and it looks absolutely ridiculous, but I can still see out of it, and the gnats cannot keep getting all over my face. I've not even made it halfway. Today's been a really hard day, just, like physically, yes, my pack's too heavy because of food, but just like emotionally too. My plan is to get to that fire tower for lunch. It's like maybe a mile away, and it's already noon, so probably like 12:30 lunch, and then I'm halfway to camp for the evening, hoping I can make it there before it really starts to rain. Well, I'm about to head up this tower for some lunch. I just carried my whole pack up the side trail, about 0.1 up, which, didn't love having to carry my pack, but I'm gonna eat lunch up here, so it's much easier. And now I'm just gonna carry my entire food sack, my way too heavy, way too big food sack up these stairs instead of my whole pack, and then I can just deal with lunch up there. Hopefully these gnats don't follow me. Well, this is the lunch spot. Not as nice as I was hoping, but it'll work, and knock on wood, there are no gnats up here right now, and that's really just like, that's key. It's gotten weirdly nice out for it to get quite terrible tomorrow, so that's really a tease, to be honest with you. Anywho, I don't know, 4 miles to camp, something like that. It's just more up, really. I mean, like right now I'm kind of flat, but it's like I'm going up for the next 4 days of my life, so that should be fun. It's time for the celebratory Rice Krispie treat. However, this next few days is going to be a little bit harder to discern when to have said celebratory Rice Krispie treat, because all we're doing is climbing. So this is my last technical climb for the day that then goes back down, but camp is on the top of another hill, so I'm still going to have to go and do yet another climb to camp, but I don't want to eat my Rice Krispie treat at camp because I'll just have dinner. So then we're gonna have to get into some like technicalities, and it's basically my last climb of the day, ergo Rice Krispie treat time. Well, it's a very slow little jaunt down this hill because my feet are in a lot of pain. It's the bottom of my feet, but not like my heel because bone spurs, just like the bottom of like my arches are just in so much pain the last couple days. So I move very slowly and hobble kind of a lot, and I don't quite get why. I'm not sure if it's just like my feet are tired because I'm walking an aggressive amount with lots of weight every day, or what the deal is. So that's fun. My ankle is still really bothering me. The other one is also kind of hurting. So basically just feet and ankles need to be chopped off, and I need to get new ones is what I'm saying, because they need to be replaced ASAP. Rainy mess today. Really rainy. Not terribly freezing, but kind of cold and crazy windy. So that should be fun. The plan for today is to either go 6 miles and just stop to escape the rain, or try to push to our original plan, which is 12 miles. It kind of depends on what the weather looks like, how exhausted I am. The 2 other people I'm with definitely want to go to the 12, but I don't know, man. I'm not feeling it. My ankle and my feet were in a lot of pain after yesterday, so I'm not quite sure. We'll have to figure it out, though. Lots more climbing. Lovely Smoky Mountains. You're gonna be in a cloud all day, so no views. I don't know. Definitely, spirits are high for the current state. I'm out of fuel, so that's super fun. I guess I just lost track of how long I've had my fuel can. I actually don't even remember when I bought it. I think I bought it in Clayton, which was 2 weeks ago. So I'm out of fuel. I'll have to just bum fuel off others for a while, which is definitely not what I want to be doing, but it is what it is. The powdered milk that my mom sent me, I'm pretty sure it's gone bad. I didn't even know powdered milk could go bad, but it seems like it has. And luckily I have some extra, so I should be alright, otherwise I'll just be having dry granola in the morning. And yeah, and hopefully just get to the shelter safe and sound and semi-dry. Well, I'm sitting in the first shelter of the day, Russell something or another. It was about 3 miles from the original camp, and about 3 miles from the 6-mile spot, and 9 miles from the 12-mile spot. I got here, Wetsuit and Jolly Green were also here, taking a little break. They just left. We don't quite know what we're doing. They both want to go to the 12. I don't know what I'm doing. I've been carrying my original insoles for these boots since I got the other insoles in Franklin, just in case. So I just switched them out, put my original insoles that came in these boots back in these boots, and took out the other ones. So I'm gonna see if that makes any difference. I can't tell if it's the insoles that are a problem or if it's something else with my feet. I don't know. I'm gonna go to the 6 and kind of see how I feel then. I also just took a bunch of Advil, hoping that might help. And if I can make it to the 12, I'll go, because otherwise I'll be split up from them. And we'll meet up again on Saturday in Gatlinburg. It's just we'll be off for a couple days. So I don't really want to do that, but it kind of depends on how bad I'm feeling or how good I'm feeling in another 3 miles of uphill. Also, the weather's crazy. Wind is insane. Definitely, I can feel it pushing me as I walk. The rain's really picking up. It's a mess. It is a hot hurricane type mess out here. This is a little ridiculous. I mean, the rain is literally going sideways. I don't even know if you can hear me. The microphone is in my jacket thingy. I look like a real serious conehead situation. I have my hair in a bun, but it is you can hardly even see in front of you because it's so cloudy. In other news, so far, my feet are feeling so much better. Knock on wood, it sticks that way. And we'll see how far I can get. See, now, this is what I'm used to. All this sun has been so nice, we've been so spoiled, but I'm like, where's the rain? Because I know it's here, I know it's coming. And now, ow, look, it's here. Just getting, it's just honestly, I mean, I'm definitely soaked. The rain gear, at some point, I've come to realize, waterproof rain gear, there's a point of saturation that it becomes irrelevant. And we definitely hit that point of I'm soaked. I'm continuing on. Sorry, Mom. I'm gonna just do the full 12. It's 6 miles from here. It's not even noon. So if I can continue the pace that I'm going right now, which is about 3 miles an hour, I should be able to get there before 3. And the wind is supposed to get really, really bad between like 4 and 6. So I'm kind of hoping I'll beat it there. However, I did just hear some thunder, so that should be fun to deal with. There's 2 people behind me, so if I do get blown off the mountain, at least they'll know that I was heading for the shelter and I didn't get there. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Anyway, feeling kind of pumped. Definitely lots of adrenaline right now. Well, that was really dumb. That was really, really dumb. So we had 2 more gigantic, really sharp ups that went to about 5,000 feet. And of course, it seems to me now that the worst part of that storm was when I was on top of the mountain. And there was lightning, which was honestly, I have not been that afraid in a long, long time. That was terrifying to be on the top of an exposed, really tall, high up mountain by myself. That was not good. In my defense, lightning was not forecasted, but like, that was rough. And I was basically just running most of the ridge, to be honest with you. I just ran because I was freaking out. Then I found another buddy, and I've been hiking kind of with him ever since. And we're about a mile from camp, and I really just cannot wait to be under a roof. To the shelter safe and sound a couple hours ago. I was soaking wet when I got here, but I changed into some dry clothes, got some food, and now I think I'm just gonna watch some downloaded Netflix and then go to sleep because it's cold and windy and wet. Tomorrow's gonna be another kind of longish day. I think it's 13 miles to the next shelter, but we are gonna go up and over Clingman's Dome, which is the highest point, so that's kind of exciting. Today was a crazy day. Made some dumb decisions, but you know what? You live and you learn. We all survived. Off again. Yesterday was pretty crazy. Got to the shelter and figured out that basically everyone all thought we were all going to die on the top of that mountain with the lightning, which was kind of amusing. Amusing now, not amusing at the time. Today we're doing a 13-mile day up and over Clingman's Dome to Mount Collins Shelter, I think it is. And that's exciting. We'll hit 200 miles. We'll get to the tallest point in the AT. Hopefully get some cell service because I've been without cell service for days. I put on soaking wet, freezing cold clothes this morning, socks included. Everything is wet and I'm cold, hoping it will dry whilst I'm walking today. Everything else is pretty much just damp, so it will be fun to deal with tonight. Just took a little break at the shelter, pulled out all my wet stuff, tried to dry some socks, dry my boots, dry a bunch of other random things that were all soaking wet because everything was wet. Had some lunch and I'm continuing on. I think I'm about 4 miles from Clingman's Dome. I'm gonna take another nice little break there, take some pictures, experience the 200-mile mark, and then keep going on to camp. Otherwise, I'm feeling pretty good. Feel Good Friday playlist is the jam today, and it's sunny, it's kind of warm, blue skies. Definitely better than yesterday. Excited. That mountain right there, that's where I'm headed. 200-mile mark, tallest point in the AT, 3rd tallest mountain east of Mississippi, I think. Good stuff. Just like, 4.3 mile long climb. section is super pretty. I think the trees are different. It does really smell like Christmas because I think these are spruce trees. So there's a strong sense of Christmas in the air. But it's also just like entirely different from anything we've been seeing before. It feels very whimsical, kind of mysterious, but very like Hobbit, fairyland kind of vibe, if that makes any sort of sense. I don't know, I'm having a great day. Today's the first day that I really feel like I could walk to Maine. I can confidently feel like I can actually walk all the way to Maine. So it's been a pretty good day that way. Once I stop beating up on myself for not being as fast as everyone else and stop trying to race through these woods to catch up with people, I've had an amazing day. Take my time, take my pictures, take my videos, just keep walking. And honestly, like the miles kind of fade away and I'm just going and I'm just really appreciating how nice this is. And I've stopped worrying about trying to catch up with everyone else in front of me. Just accept the fact that I will get there when I get there. Even if it's a little bit after everyone else, I still always get to the same place. This last mile to Clingman's Dome is no joke. It is steep. Sitting atop Clingman's Dome, having a little snack, and then it's about 2.8 to the shelter, mostly downhill. Well, 50-50, kind of depends on how you look at it. Yeah, made it to mile 200. That's pretty exciting. Also, Clingman's Dome is the highest point in the AT. I think I already said that, but you know what? Still exciting. Overall, I'm not feeling too bad. I'm up here by myself, which is kind of interesting, but you know, solo hiking. Well, desperate time, desperate measures. I was virtually out of water and I still have 3 miles to hike. And there is no water in between me and camp, which is the 3 miles. So I was gonna get myself into a real pickle until I realized it's been raining for the last 24 hours. And there's a nice little creek stream thingy going right across the trail. So what did I do? I filled up right here and just filtered a liter. And it's not the cleanest, but we're gonna, filter it and hope for the best. And what are you gonna do? I'm gonna be out of water I'd be out of water. I have maybe this much water left, and that's not enough to get that far. So we'll see. Hopefully I don't get Gerardia. Finished the last climb of the day, so it's time for the celebratory Rice Krispie treat. The rest of today's hike is pretty much all downhill, not too long. However, this shelter is 0.4 miles off the trail, so basically just tagging on an extra half mile at the end of the day, because why not? We haven't walked already. Sound in the shelter. Had some good mac and cheese for dinner, and now heading to sleep after maybe doing a little bit of editing. Tomorrow we're going into Gatlinburg, gonna get some new food, wash clothes, take a shower, get some more fuel, all that good stuff. It's gonna be great. Last little climb for the day, so you know what time it is. Celebratory Rice Krispie treat. It might be a little early, but you know what? Is it ever too early for sugar on the trail? Hard to say. I'm only a little over a mile to Newfound Gap. In fact, I can see the road in the distance here. And then we're gonna try to hitch, getting into Gatlinburg, and then hopefully getting some real food. Apparently there's a Five Guys burgers and fries, which just kind of sounds exciting. There's also an IHOP, which I know none of this stuff really sounds good normally, but on the trail, literally any kind of food sounds good. Those fences back there, I guess, were to protect some of the natural environment that's around here from wild boars, which I was kind of unaware there were wild boars, but that was maybe just my lack of knowledge. So they installed those fences to protect some of the plant life and stuff that could be harmed by them. So that's kind of neat. Sitting in Gatlinburg in the line for the pancake pantry, trying to get some food. The line is 40 minutes long because we're here on a weekend, which is probably a terrible decision, but it is what it is. We got a room at the Motel 6, one of the last rooms in this entire town, and I'm very overstimulated because we've been in the woods for so long, like there's nothing there, and now we're here and there's all these people and all these things, and it's really intense, and I smell terrible, and everyone else, I'm like, I apologize because I'm a wreck right now. I'm covered in mud from the last several days of rain. It's just a hot mess is what it is. But I'm really excited to get some pancakes. Had ourselves some lunch/brunch at the pancake place, and now headed to the Knock Outfitter here to get some gear stuff, and then gonna try to check in early at our hotel, then hopefully hit the Walgreens, get our resupply, and then try to take the trolley to the laundromat because it's not in this center part of town, it's a little bit outside. Got some fuel at this large Knock Outfitter, and now we're gonna head to our hotel and see if we can actually check in. We'll see how that goes. If not, we're gonna come back here, drop our packs here, and then go do everything else we gotta do today. Well, I just spent the last hour on the trolley trying to get to the stinking laundromat. There's 2 trolleys and none of them are marked, and they're really not marked in the way that they're supposed to be marked according to the lovely little online trolley map. So I'm exhausted. I just spent far too long on a trolley trying to get to a stinking laundromat, and there's a Domino's next to it, so I'm gonna get pizza while I do this, but whew, that was a lot of work. Ever so slight change in plans. I am still in Gatlinburg. Jolly Green and Wetsuit headed back to the trail at about 8:30 this morning. It's currently pouring down rain, and there was some lightning and thunder earlier today. And I have lost my shirt. Somehow when doing laundry, my secondary shirt that I sleep in, that's like warm and thermal, has gone missing. And I can't find it anywhere. I've called the laundromat. We've all looked through our stuff a bazillion times and nothing. So I decided I was going to stay in town for a couple extra hours this morning. I will go to the Knock Outfitter here once it opens and buy a new shirt, and then head back to the trail a little later today. I'm either going to go to the closest shelter to Newfound Gap, which is called Ice Water Shelter. It's only about 3 miles. Or, depending on how early I can get back out there, might just try and go all the way to the originally planned place, Peck's Corner, which is about an 11-mile day. We'll just kind of have to see. Ooh, that's a lot. There's a lot of water on the ground. Currently, I'm headed into town to get some breakfast. And then as soon as the Knock opens, I'll go there. Then probably head back to the room. I might order some pizza for lunch and pack that out. Unsure just yet. But current problems is I need to find a shuttle back to the trail, which currently I cannot seem to find anyone. So, it should be interesting. It's a little bit last moment to try to get a shuttle. Hopefully I'll be able to find someone, something, some way. And all things will work out. Well, just got some breakfast, and then I got majorly splashed by a car driving down the street, which is really unfortunate. But I'm wearing my Hands in Any rain pants, so it's okay. Now I'm headed to the Knock to get a shirt, and then I'm trying to find a ride out of Gatlinburg, but I can't find one. I've called 5 different people. Either people aren't answering or they're booked or whatever, so that's problematic. But I am thinking I might try to, I guess, stay another night, and then I can get a ride tomorrow morning. That might be easier than trying to get a ride today. I don't know, but I'm stuck in freaking Gatlinburg. Ugh. The struggle, let me just tell you. This is what everyone says. It's really easy to get into Gatlinburg. It's really hard to get out. Well, hanging out at the Knock. Got a new shirt because I lost my other one. Got a new stuff sack for my cosmetics because my other one's falling apart and it's getting gross, and this one I could hang if I wanted to for like bear stuff. And yeah, sitting, waiting for my hotel to be available for me to check in. Well, it's 1 p.m. I'm finally able to do early check-in to get into the hotel. I'm gonna go sit down all my stuff, and then I've discovered that there's a water massage place somewhere in this town that I'm gonna go find because it's kind of cheap, and apparently it's like 20 minutes in the water massage thing equals 1 hour of a normal massage, so I figure may as well. I don't have anything else to do with my time, so I'm gonna do that and then probably go get some lunch and then shower, sleep, maybe do laundry again because I can, I don't know. We'll see. Who knows?
Would you stay till the morning light, or would you follow me, or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy, or would you stay with me now till the morning light? Before you turn away.
Woke up in Gatlinburg, have some nice weather outside, and I'm headed back out to the trail today, I promise. I have a ride set up. I'm about to go get some breakfast that the hotel has, and then she's picking me up in about 15 minutes, and then I'm getting back to hiking.